And we are live, people. Uh, thank you all for tuning in. Welcome to no episode. Welcome to episode 8 of the TCI, the Collector Interviews. This is gonna be another great live stream we got going on today. Another great episode. We got the one, the only awakened sage, woke sage that we all call him. This guy is really cool. If you guys didn't know by now, he goes by AJ as well. I'm AJ, so this is the AJ show right here.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I'm great to have this guy here. He's like a bro of mine, and make sure you follow him and his channel. It's on the description below. So go follow him, go subscribe to him. He's got great content. He posts great content on both his Instagram and his channel. So like I said, make sure you go check him out. You want to say anything, Sage?
Nah, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. And we got Russell right here. What's up, Russell? And we got K Titus. How y'all doing?
Man, this dude's speaking Japanese and Spanish in here.
For real. I guess he's like, Titus, you're what? Like Japanese, Mexican, American?
I know. As far as I think he's in Japan right now, ain't he? Because whenever I see like him comment on anything, it's like, hello from Japan. I'm like, that's dope.
Yeah. All right, so before you got into collectibles, all that good stuff, what kind of person were you? Did you like one day like, okay, I want to get into buying like these toys, these collectibles, do something new in my life, or like how did it go by you?
So it's like I'm pretty much the same exact person I am right now. How it started for me was I went in the Toys R Us when they were closing.
Mm-hmm.
I happened to look and I saw it was a Marvel that started it all, because I didn't watch anime at the time when I first started collecting. So I saw like a couple figures and they were all on sale. I'm like, oh, these are pretty cool. I'll grab some. And then like I left to grab like 3. I went back again like 2 days later and grabbed 3 more. And then I saw how much stuff they actually made of like Funko Pops, and it went downhill from there. And then now I just collect a whole bunch of stuff.
Wow, that's insane. Now, so basically, from right there, it just made you want to collect.
Yeah, I mean, so before that, I used to work. You know what Lids is, right? The hat store.
Yeah.
I used to work at Lids, and I used to collect hats. So like that was a little bit more. Like right now, I probably have, I would say, roughly about 100 hats.
Wow.
But I stopped collecting them because they just got expensive. It was like $30 a hat. I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. So you still have those 100 hats?
Yeah, somewhere. I mean, some of them got 2 of them like right behind me, but most of them are either downstairs in the basement or in the closet somewhere.
Man, that's insane. I bet like yourself, you can't keep up. Like when you go out, I gotta wear this hat, a different hat every day.
That's the weird part, though. So like, it started with like me just grabbing, because I'm a Yankees fan, so it started with me getting a whole bunch of Yankees hats, and then now it's just like, even like when I had all the hats out on like the wall where I could just grab whatever one I wanted, it was always between 3 hats that I always wore. It was either a Yankees hat, a Phillies hat because I'm from the Philadelphia area, or just like a Nike hat, which I still wear. Like I have a Nike, it's either a Nike or Adidas that I still wear to this day.
Yeah, I feel that. Like I got a lot of hats myself as well, and I only wear like 2 of them when I go out. Yeah,
I have all of them, but I want to wear that one.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when it comes to Funko Pops, like what was the first thing that attracted to you to get them?
Probably because of how cheap they were. I mean, like I said, I went to Toys R Us and they were like $5-6, and the fact that like I love the Marvel and I still do. So when I saw like the Marvel stuff, it was like, that's awesome, and like I need it. So like that's pretty much, it was like seeing stuff that I like. It was never the figures themselves. It was like what they were pretty much.
Yeah, right. Now you said you started off with Marvel. From there, were you just collect the Marvel at the time, and then once you got into anime, you were just like, oh, now I got to get a bunch of whole anime stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, it was it started off with Marvel. I pretty much don't collect the Marvel at all anymore. Other than like if a pop that comes out that I really like, I'll grab it. But like it's mainly just anime now. But yeah, it was just Marvel. Then it turned into like a little bit of movies and TV shows, and then now it's just pretty much just anime.
No, right. Is it just pure anime, or do you have like a little bit of everything else?
Well, right now, if you
Like
look,
I know you said Marvel.
yeah, so like right now, if you look around my room, like above me, you can't see it, but I have almost the entire Office set because I mean that's like one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And then I
Yeah.
have Marvel over there. I have ad icons and some like games and stuff too. So it's a little bit of everything, but the majority of it is the majority of it's anime.
Uh, when it comes to you collecting anime, do you go like by specific pops, get the ones you like, or do you just like, or you're just like, oh, I gotta get them all?
Depends on what I'm collecting. It depends on what show. So for My Hero Academia and Naruto, it's I have to have them all.
Hmm.
Everything else, it's like, all right, if I like the pop, I'll grab it. Other than that, yeah, I mean, it's just like right behind me. You can see right above my head here. It's like I have the complete My Hero Academia set. I'm missing one from Naruto right now, and like that's it. But like everything else is just if I like it, I'm gonna grab it, but I don't need to collect it.
No, I figure like that because like I'm mostly a Marvel collector, and I just get the ones that I get the ones that I really like myself a lot.
Yeah, that's how it's like. I the only ones that I collect the most out of Marvel, especially, is like the Venomized ones. Like I love those.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Venomized, how do you feel that they have come up with so many different variants? Because they've done so many glow in the dark versions of the common one.
I feel like you mean just Venomized pops in general, or like a certain one.
Let's say all of them. Like
So
they do they do glow, flocked, chrome, metallic. How do you feel about all that?
I don't. It depends. If I like the pop, I'll be fine with it. But like if it's the third or fourth variant of that specific pop, it's like that's too much. Like I can take maybe like one, like if they have a common and like the next one's like a glow in the dark, I'll be like, all right, cool, but like not like a glow in the dark metallic flock. Like I don't need all of them.
All right. Is it the same way with you with the Venomized pops?
Yeah, I mean, so I'll get pretty much all the Venomized pops because they're a little bit easier to get. Because I mean they're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. I have the only ones I don't have for the Venomized ones are like the really expensive ones. So I don't have like the anti venom because I don't want to spend that much money for it.
Yeah, that one was a real popular one that came out back in 2018.
Yeah, it was like, and it sucks so much because like I started collecting back in 2018,
Mhm.
so I missed all those pops when they first came out. So it's like I was like behind on like a lot of the cooler stuff.
No, I feel you too, bro. Because I started collecting that same year, 2018, and then I missed out on so many pops that came out the past years. Like the Captain America ECCC one, the Doctor Strange SCCC. I had to pay like a little extra to get them.
Yeah, that's how it was for the Master Chakra from My Hero Academia. Like I had to bite the bullet and pay 220 for it.
Damn.
But I'm happy I did it now. Like first of all, I wanted to buy it like a year ago when it was like 130. And I was like, that's too much. I can't do it. Then it went up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. But now it's up at like 360 or 350. So I'm happy I bought it a couple months ago rather than now.
Yeah, no, for real. Because with pops, they can either shoot up high in price or just like flop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, did you ever think today, right now, once you buy your first Funko Pop, did you have like this giant room filled?
Absolutely not. No way. Because it started off with like a simple book. It started off with a simple like 4-tier bookshelf of just taking a single shelf. It then turned into 2 shelves, the entire bookshelf, a wall in the basement, and now my entire bedroom. I at no point ever thought it would turn into this.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like myself, my room is basically all same, and then I have 3 bins filled with pops in the closet.
Yeah, like right now in the basement, I have a majority of my Marvel pops. all of my TV and movies except for The Office, and then it's just like everything else. Everything up here is like, as you can see, is all like statues and pops. But then over here, I have like the little bit of like higher end statues, but they're just not. That's all Naruto though.
Now, when it comes to other things like you mentioned, statues, like, do you have the space for them or do you make space?
Uh, I make space. Like I mean, it's like I have a problem where like I just put crap on top of crap. So it's just like I can just all I have to do is just move that stuff, and then it's just all right. And now I have more space for whatever I need.
Right, yeah. Do you see yourself collecting Funko Pops for another 5 or 10 years, or do you think at one point you're just gonna stop?
I could see myself. Yeah, definitely. It depends on if they continue with the way they are with like the way they release like certain lines. If they keep collecting putting stuff out that I like, then I mean I don't see why I would stop.
Yeah, definitely. So like, do you think Funko's gonna keep it running for like that same amount as well, 5 or 10 years?
If they were smart, they would. I mean I hope so because I mean I would love to. I mean these I mean I love these things. So like as long as I keep putting them out, I'm gonna keep buying them probably. And I mean I hope they continue that long.
I mean, it is possible because they done so much of everything. Not just pops, but like
Exactly.
pop teas, pop cereal. Um,
The mystery minis.
yeah, Mr. Mini's
Right.
Pets, the sodas. Like, it's gonna be never ending.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you consider your collection as collectibles or toys? Because I know like there's people that like, oh, I'm buying some toys, or like, oh no, I'm buying these just for as a collectible.
When somebody says like toys when they're talking about my pops, I get mad because they're not toys. They're 100% collectibles. I mean, if I was sitting here playing with them, I would say, all right, yeah, they're toys, but they, I have some out of the box that sit up there, and like most of them just stay in the box.
Yeah, no, definitely, I hear that. Now, are you mainly an inbox collector?
I Now I am. Before I used to be just strictly out of box. Like every single thing I got, it came out of the box. But
Right.
now it's to save room. I turned into an inbox collector
All right.
with
Yeah,
like
that's my.
I
I'll
have
go.
like the statues. Like if you can see them behind me, I have a whole bunch of statues. So what I'll do is, if I really like a pop, and they don't have a statue out for that character, I'll keep the pop out. But if they do have a statue out, I'll get the statue and I'll display the statue over the pop.
Definitely, yeah. Because there are some pops, statues that do look good in box, but like most of them do look good out of box.
Oh, that's the main reason why I like to keep them out because I feel like a majority of the pops look better out of the box. So it just I'll keep some of them. Like you can see all the Pokemon stuff. Like you can see all these like Pokemon behind me up here, and then like all of those I'll keep out of the box because I think they deserve to be out of the box.
Right, definitely, right, definitely. Now, besides Funko Pop statues, hats, cards, what else do you like to collect?
Recently started getting into the Nintendo game.
Yes.
Other than that, pretty much nothing. Like it's just if it's not any of the stuff you just named, I don't. Well, I guess anime apparel. I guess I collect because I have. I could not do laundry for a month straight and have a new shirt every single day.
Mm, yeah, definitely. Now, what got you to? I know you said you're starting with Nendroids, but like, what got you with to collect them?
So, like my first one, it's from a show called The Rising of the Shield Hero. They don't have any other collectibles from the show except for the really expensive statues that are like $150 to $200, or they have Nendoroids. So it's like, all right, like for shows that I don't have pops of yet, I'll get a Nendoroid for him. Or like if I really like the show, like Naruto, I'll get Nendoroids for certain characters of that too. It's if they don't have pops, Nendoroids is where I go for it.
Now, how do you feel with Nendroids? Like, I know, like they can get pretty expensive. But like, do you believe that the quality of it makes it worth it?
I want to say yes because like it comes with multiple faceplates and like you can like articulate the figures and stuff. But my biggest issue is like I'm looking at one right now because it's sitting right in front of me. If I pick it up the wrong way, its arm's gonna fall off.
Mm.
And that's like the only thing I don't like is how flimsy they can be. But I mean, other than that, like I can see why they're $50. It just that price point makes me pick and choose which ones that I really want.
Yeah, definitely. Like me, I mainly blame Droop's vids because I have three myself already.
The first one he shared was from My Hero Academia, and I saw that one. I'm like, all right, like because it was Himiko Toga from My Hero, and she's my favorite character on the show. So it's like, all right, I need to get it. And so I just kind of looked into what other ones I had, and now it's just I have four of them. I have four of them right now, and I have that fifth one coming whenever it releases.
All right, definitely. Yeah. Now, when you speak of My Hero Academia, like, what got you into the show?
That was actually the first anime I've ever watched. I just saw like I would be on Instagram scrolling and like an ad would pop up for it or something, or like I would be on like TikTok or whatever, and like just cosplayers would pop up on my timeline of like cosplaying My Hero Academia characters. I'm like, I kind of want to know what this is about. So I looked it up and I just it's probably one of my favorite shows that I've watched out of all the shows I've watched.
I mean, myself, I don't know, like, I'm not a huge anime guy. I mean, when it comes down to it, it's like the older shows I grew up with, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Like, I don't know, for me and My Hero Academia, it just never really caught my name.
See, it's like if did you try to watch it at all, or did you just kind of look at like a trailer of it or whatever and be like, no, I'm not interested?
Well, I tried to see, like, I think it was the very first episode,
Okay.
and then I was like, mm, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I was like, doesn't really call my attention as much.
So I mean, I totally agree with you there. So the thing is that for when it comes to My Hero Academia, I always tell people to get past the first 5 episodes because they're like the slowest and, in my opinion, the worst 5 episodes of the entire show.
Mm.
And like, I have two buddies who like never watched anime in their life. Like the one watched Pokemon, but like we don't I count it as anime, but not really because I mean it's kind of like a hit or miss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So him and another one of my friends, I got them into watching My Hero Academia, and my one buddy finished all 4 seasons in like a month or less than. And he even like watched the Japanese episodes to get caught up with season 4. Like that's how much he got into it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Probably one day I'll give it like another chance.
I definitely recommend it. It's a really good show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I always see like everywhere, all the new pop releases, the new waves, and then I always see like a bunch of statues when I go to like GameStop or whatever,
It's
posters and whatnot.
it's crazy how much that show is taken over.
Yeah.
Like I'll even like be scrolling on Instagram sometimes and like, have you ever seen like the Arby's ads that has like the My Hero Academia characters on it?
Oh yeah, I seen a few of them. Yeah.
Like I was shocked when I saw that of how like I guess mainstream that show is, that like even a place like Arby's, a fast food restaurant, is just like, we're promoting our food with this because it'll sell.
Yeah. Definitely, it's insane. Now, when it comes to stores or shopping online, what are some of your favorite places to buy from?
GameStop and Hot Topic are the two stores I like to go to the most. But if I'm online, it's GameStop or Hot Topic, or like, cause like there's certain stores where I won't shop at because I've had bad experiences. But yeah, definitely GameStop. I used to work at GameStop. Literally, I quit back in March. So I was like super deep in the collecting game when I was working there. So it was awesome because I got a whole bunch of cool discounts.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Now, you just mentioned like you had bad experiences with some stores. Like, what kind of stores were those?
So, you ever heard of Pop in a Box?
Yeah.
So I used to get a monthly subscription from them when I first started collecting. It was totally fine. I got an email saying that they released Volted Pops, which it might have been a Volted Pop. It was like the original Falcon from like the original Marvel line, and so I ordered that. Took about 3 weeks to get to me. They couldn't provide a tracking number because they use an untrackable shipping service who does that.
Yeah.
And then when the box came in, it was completely smashed. And so I wrote them. I was like, "Hey, like this happened like, to your box. Like you got poor shipping. Like I don't know who you guys use as a shipping carrier, but it was horrible." And they're like, "Well, we can give you a 10% 10% refund." I'm like, "You're not. That's not even covering the shitty. Sorry, the crappy shipping
That's fine.
that I paid for." So it's like I didn't even take the 10% because it was like $1 something. But like that was like the worst. That was like the worst, and I had like a bad like it was a ridiculous experience with Galactic Toys. Like I ordered two Yu Yu Hakusho pops, and I pre-ordered the Whis, the glow in the dark one that they have.
Yeah.
So the Yu Yu Hakusho didn't ship out because of the pre-order. So I asked if I can cancel that one order, if I cancel half the order, which was the Whis, and just get the rest shipped out. And they said, "Yeah, no problem. We'll have it shipped out by tomorrow," which would have been Friday. A week goes by, nothing. I emailed them. I get an email back a couple of days later. So at this point, it's been 10 days. The reason they never shipped out my pops is because they were currently out of stock of them. It took them 10 days to figure that out. So after that, I was kind of just like, all right, I'm not ordering from them unless I absolutely have to. Which at that point, it's only if it's going to be a Galactic Toys exclusive.
But like, how could they say like it was out of stock when you pre-ordered it, right?
Oh no! So it was the Yu Yu Hakusho pops that were out of stock.
Mm.
They were supposed to ship out. So let's just say I emailed them on Thursday. Let's just say I emailed them today at the 22nd. Let's say today was Thursday. They said it'll be shipped out by tomorrow, Friday, by the end of business day. A week goes by and I hadn't got a shipping notification. And then I emailed them that Friday, like a week later after it was supposed to ship out, and they were like, they didn't answer. And so like a couple days went by and I got an email from them saying that the order's been canceled and I've been refunded because the pops are currently out of stock. I mean, I just don't like how it took them 10 days to figure out that the pops are out of stock.
Yeah, that's just weird. That's like
so after that, I won't order from them.
Yeah, man, that's just that. I mean, that's basically some bad business right there.
For real. I mean, it's ridiculous because like you can look at like the like smaller companies and they'll do everything like perfectly, but then like, you go to like a somewhat bigger company who obviously is getting profit because they're able to get exclusive directly from Funko, doing stuff like that. I don't know. I feel like other stores deserve it more than they do.
Yeah, true. I mean, like pretty much all of us, we always have like bad experiences at least once.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like my situation that I had with Mercari, that myself, I'm not gonna buy from there ever again.
That for something like that, I look at it differently because it's not coming directly from Mercari. It was the sellers. At that point, it's the seller's fault. But at the same time, Mercari should have did more to help you than they did.
No, yeah, I mean, Mercari had ignored me for like 2 days when I emailed them at first, and I was like, "What the hell's going on here?" Because the seller, I couldn't even get a message back. Like when I told you and the rest of the guys, like I went to the seller's page, he had restocked the Dark Magician again.
Yeah, it was the same exact one, right?
Yeah, the same pictures and everything. And I tried to message him, and I couldn't. It couldn't go through. I guess he blocked me or something.
It either blocked you, or I know at a certain point, the chat cuts off.
Yeah,
that could have to do with it too. But regardless, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it was. So to me, this is like a big question. What made you want to do a YouTube channel to show off your content, your collectibles? Like, were you just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it, or like, did someone inspire you to do it?
So nobody really inspired me to do it. I mean, the only person I ever really watched on YouTube when I first started my channel was Top Pops. And like it was every once in a while I watch one of his videos when it wasn't like too kiddie. And it just kind of I started a channel for exactly what I found being in the group chat with you guys. Like I wanted to have like a community around me, but also have friends within the same community that to be able to just chill and just talk with whenever. I mean, because we talk in that group chat literally every day. And like before this, I used to have a YouTube channel where I did strictly gaming, and I mean, I nothing ever went with that. So when I started like a new hobby, I was like, all right, this could be fun. So I started up, and I'm happy I did.
Yeah, true. Like myself, I made my channel because I wanted to meet like new people.
I'm
Like
I'm
I feel
very
like, huh?
I'm very introverted. So like if I'm like if you if say like I like went out and like I'm with like a group of people and like there's a person in that group that I don't know, I won't talk to that person because I'm just like a super shy person unless I like know you a little better. Like I feel like I know you somewhat pretty well, especially since like we've been going back and forth for a while. So
Yeah,
it's like if I don't know you, I'm not gonna talk to you.
right. No, I mean, for me, it's always been like that at times, but like I mean, I'm a pretty nice guy, and like, I mean, I like to meet new people and like get to know them and maybe become friends. Like, I mean, I can pretty much get along with everyone unless you try to fuck with me, then nope.
I'm the same way. Like I'm a super chill dude. I just as soon as like you try to get onto my bad side, it's just like I'm just not. I don't have time for that.
Yeah,
There is no need for drama.
yeah, definitely. Now, I know pretty much you've been gaming all your life, but like, uh, were you like a gamer who just started out, or like were you always like a hardcore gamer?
When I you mean like just well when I first started like back in like it got really like hardcore gamerish in like middle school because little story. I for Christmas one year I got an Xbox 360 and I didn't at the time I didn't know what Xbox Live was. So it's just like I had one game. I had Spider Man. It was a horrible Spider Man game. So I was like, all right, can we see if we can take this back and get a Wii? That was a horrible decision, but we took it back. We got a Wii, and then I was in like it was like 3 or 4 months later. Like I was in like art class, and some kid walked up to me and was like, "Hey man, I wrecked you in Call of Duty last night." I said, "What?" He goes, "Dude," he goes, "You're horrible at Call of Duty." I said, "I don't even what is call I don't know what Call of Duty is." So he was like, because like I used to have a nickname Bobo in middle school and like most of high school. So and he was like Bobo Skittles or whatever. Like that wasn't you. I'm like no. I'm like I wouldn't make my name that. But no, like, what are you talking about? And he explained to me what Xbox Live was, and I asked for another Xbox for Christmas the next year. I got Xbox Live, and that's like I got Call of Duty, and like that's where it like really took off. It's like I've just been playing constantly, not constant like that, because like there'll be times where like I take like a month off because like I just don't feel like playing. But yeah, ever
Yeah,
since then it's been like hardcore. Like I love Call of Duty. I love video games.
yeah. Like pretty much all of us. We all grew up with the games, consoles, and everything. What were some of your favorite games? When you played as a kid, like.
So I up until like a couple years ago, we had a NES in our house.
Hmm,
The first three Super Mario games, loved them. Those are probably some of my favorites. But like in general, when it comes to like games that I love playing, that I would probably go back and play now, I would say Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is probably one of my favorites because I mean I put way too much. I put like 24 days into that game of like playtime, and then like other than that, like single player games like The Last of Us, the first one's a phenomenal. I'm in the middle of playing the second one, so like that's a really good one too.
definitely. What were some of your favorite games growing up?
Um, Mainly just Call of Duty. It was either Call of Duty or Mario that I played, or actually that's a lie. WWE the WWE games.
Hmm,
I love those things. I would play them just for hours on end, especially since I didn't have online and Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. I played that a lot too.
yeah, definitely. Grand Theft Auto is always huge in my life as well. How do you feel that Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting remastered for the PS5?
So I wouldn't have liked it if if they so apparently they're supposed to be giving all the players who have a PS4 when they switch over to PS5, they're supposed to be giving you online multiplayer for free.
Yeah.
And from now until the release of GTA 5 on the PS5, they're giving you $1 million in-game cash every month. So I'm fine with it at that point. If they're going to give the game to me for free and I'm getting $1 million every month, I'll take it.
Yeah, me too, definitely.
But I know the next GTA 6 is like rumored for like 2021. Or, I'm sorry, 2022. So we got some time. They're going to keep milking GTA 5. Next thing you know, it's going to be on the Switch.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see that happen.
It's going to be the next Skyrim.
Yep, yep. Like you personally, how did you feel about some of the games? I feel like to me, like most of the games that got revealed, I don't know, it just felt like they were kind of kid friendly, like mostly all of them.
There out of like let's just say there was 20 games that were revealed. Out of those 20 games, there was maybe 3 or 4 of them that I really wasn't interested in. But like the other 16, it's like I might probably eventually play when they come out.
Yeah.
Like they all seem like expect the one that weirded me out the most was the one where you're a cat.
Oh yeah.
Like with the robots, like that's super weird. But I want to see like in-game play through of that, and then maybe I'll be like, all right, like I'm gonna play it. But like I can't wait for like the Adventures of Sackboy to come out.
Oh yes.
Like I can't wait for that, and like the new Spider-Man is coming out. I can't wait for those. But like yeah, majority of the games I'm interested in. I'm definitely probably gonna play eventually.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, to me the Miles Morales one, it looks really great. It looks.
It
dope.
does. It's I'm not sure though if it's like do you know if it's like if it's a DLC to the original or if it's just going to be a brand new or if it's going to be like a remastered version of the regular game but with Miles Morales instead of Spider-Man.
I think they confirmed that it's a standalone Miles Morales game.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they confirmed. Yeah, because it would have been cool to see that if it was a sequel for from the first Spider-Man. Because you know how in the end we saw how Miles Morales got his powers. He showed it off to Peter. It would have been cool if it started from right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping it does. I'm hoping like the trailer that it showed us was kind of just to get us hyped for the game itself because, I mean, I hope they don't do like a huge time skip to him where he's actually in his suit and like actually fighting and knowing what he's doing.
Yeah, like what's it called? A prelude.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool to see. Definitely. Now, when it comes to you, when it comes to you, do you always like see yourself like are you a huge collector when it comes to like everything where you collect? Like let's say you're out and about, you go to the store, like let's say you see like a new Funko Pop set, will you just get them right away?
No, if it's something that I watch or like I'm familiar with, then yeah. But like, let's just say I go out and I see like the entire set of like One Piece. I've never seen a single episode of One Piece, so I'm not gonna touch them because like I'm not gonna spend. Like I have a single One Piece pop because it came in a mystery box, and like if it's not something I'm super interested in, then I'm not. I won't buy it.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I want to get to know you. Not Awakened Stage, but like AJ the person. Like what kind of person were you growing up? Like were you like a shy kid, like you mentioned, like you're kind of shy, or were you like by yourself, doing your own thing, or like were you like involved with like a big group of friends and things like that?
Yeah, like I said earlier, like I'm pretty much like the exact same person now that I was back then. But yeah, it's like I was super shy, didn't really talk to anybody except for like the core group of friends that I have that I still have to this day. which is awesome that like I was able to keep those friends throughout elementary school all the way up until end of high school until now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always kept to myself other than when I was with that group of friends.
Yeah, yeah, that's great to hear. Like pretty much almost everyone. They always keep like their day one friends.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird. So like a good friend, one of like a really good friend of mine, he went to elementary school with us. He left about halfway through, and then we didn't go to school with each other. We didn't even talk to each other until about freshman or sophomore year of high school. And then it picked right back up as if like we never had that like 6 year hiatus. So it's like like I said, he's like probably like one of my better friends, which is like yeah, it's day one with pretty much all of them.
Yeah, definitely. That's really great to hear. Like myself. I was just like the kid that everyone would bully. Didn't really have friends growing up, and
I
I
was
didn't really.
I was in that same situation throughout early or late middle school. I mean early middle school, late elementary school. I was the same exact way.
Like to you, how do you feel when it comes to like bullying? Would you, if you see someone got bullied, would you step in and be like, "Yeah, man, it's not cool. Don't
Yeah,
do it."
I mean I don't like confrontation, but if I see somebody getting bullied, I'm gonna step in because I know how it feels. And I'm not gonna let that person get bullied for absolutely no reason. Especially since like that person doing it probably has nothing else better to do with his life. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna make him feel worse than he probably already does about himself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't want to get into this too much, but like, I always feel like today's generation they just have it so easy.
Yeah, they're a bunch of snowflakes.
Yeah,
That's I mean, it's like I commented on this. I can't remember. I think it was with when Lampsey was on the show. I or maybe it was Chase. I said that today's generation would not last 10 seconds in a Modern Warfare 2 lobby back in the day
exactly.
because those people were savages, and it's just no. But I totally agree with you. I feel like I mean even like people that I'm friends with, I feel like kind of have it off easy.
Yeah, they do. Like, and it just gets annoying that to them, Fortnite is their entire life. The TikTok, it's just stupid, and they rather.
I feel like you're coming at me a little bit because I used to, that's all. So last this past year, like, do you have a PlayStation or no?
Yeah.
So did you get that email where like it showed you how much time you played online and then what games you played the most in 2019?
Well, I hardly play online, but yeah, I did get that.
Okay, so I got that email and my second top played game was Fortnite at like 200 and some hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I was like the first time my friends would start using TikTok because I used it back when it was Musically.
Yeah.
Because I missed Vine, and so I said, "All right, I need something. I need something to fill that hole in my heart." So I found Musically.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like, I kind of noticed that. I feel like, when Vine got shut down, I feel like TikTok have replaced it.
Yeah. So what happened was So when Vine closed down, I don't know if there was anything in between from that to when Musically started, but like Musically was more so of voicing over the songs or like just voices and stuff like that. But then the Japanese company or like Chinese company, I can't remember where it was based out of, TikTok bought Musically and then changed it all to TikTok. And then that's where it started blowing up because I don't know if you use TikTok at all, but it's pretty much Vine 2.0. I mean, I'm on there. I last night you read in the chat I was up till 5 a.m. last night, and I
Mm.
had to get up at 8:30 this morning until about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was scrolling through TikTok.
Wow.
It gets addicting.
Yeah, my niece, like, she does TikTok every day.
Oh God,
And
how old's your niece?
uh, yeah, she's 9 years old.
Oh my God.
And my nephew, he just turned 13 today, and the only game he ever plays is Fortnite.
That's my nephew is like I think he's 12. He he just recently got into the Fortnite game and he's like all about it. So he's just as bad with Fortnite now as most of the kids were when it was like huge, like maybe like 6 months ago. He's at that point now. It's like I'm sorry, bud, you're a little late to the game, but I'm gonna allow you. He always asked me to like make YouTube videos based off of Fortnite. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't play Fortnite. I'm sorry, it's just not happening.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you heard of like FBE and React channels on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, the Fine Bros, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love those videos.
like I remember I saw this one video where kids react to like I think old school hip hop dance moves. There was this kid who reacted to the Snoop Dogg music video "Drop It Like a Top," and he saw the dance. Is he called the dance that Snoop Dogg was doing like a Fortnite dance?
He was like, "Oh, it's a Fortnite dance." I
Yeah,
know exactly what video you're talking about
yeah,
because I heard that. It was like it's just as bad as like I don't know how serious these tweets were when like I saw them, but so you know who Post Malone is,
yeah,
and you know who Ozzy Osbourne is.
yeah.
They recently did a song together where it was Post Malone's song, but Ozzy Osbourne was a feature on it. And people were tweeting out being like, "Oh, Post Malone just put Ozzy Osbourne on the charts. I don't know who this guy is, but he sounds awesome." And like, I don't know how serious they were, but I hope they were kidding. But they were pretty much saying that Post Malone helped kickstart his career.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, please stop. I hope this is all a joke.
Come on, how kid did not know that Ozzy Osbourne is a rock legend?
Exactly. Like I don't listen to I'm like more like alternative rock. So like when I do listen to rock, it's that. But like I don't really listen to Ozzy Osbourne, but I know who he is. Like how have you never heard Crazy Train?
Exactly. Like, like I remember my friend was talking about the other day that we hope that the next generation is much better than today's generation.
Mm-hmm. It's I don't get it.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to family, are you like a family man? Like, are you close with with your parents and like if you have brothers and sisters, are you just like do you get are you close with them?
Yeah, so I'm super close with my mom, and my brothers and my sister. Well, my brother and my sisters. I have three other siblings, and I'm super close with them. And like expect like my nieces and my nephews. Like when they come over, like I said, the 12-year-old loves playing Fortnite. He loves coming. Like when they come over, the first thing they ask is if I'm one, if I'm going to be home, and if two, if I'm working. Because they love coming up here and spending time, even if they're just sitting on the floor playing on their Switch, not even on the TV, just on their handheld. They love being in my room because it's like I'm pretty much a big kid, so
Yeah,
it's like they fit into my room.
yeah. Pretty much all of us were all big kids, you know.
Exactly, yeah, and like it's like and like being when it comes to like being close to the family, it's like my family is like my number one thing in my life. And then it comes whatever else. Like I don't even have like a number two, three. It's like number one is family.
Yeah, definitely. Like for myself, I keep my circle small. I had always kept it small because I always had trust issues, like from being bullied and everything, and like after high school, I just kept it small. Like right now, I only have like a few friends that I can really count on, and for me, my circle grew when I met you and everyone else on the group chat.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of the now, do you have any friends that are like into the same stuff you are like collecting and stuff or no?
Only two of them.
Okay,
The other
so
the other two are like, what are these Funko Pops? I remember one of them just called my Funko Pops popsicles.
popsicles.
And that
That
just got me annoyed. So I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
that's for me, it's I got my first friend who collected when I met my first friend on YouTube. So like none of my friends that I live around that I live near and like that I hang out with on like a daily or not daily but like almost a daily basis, like none of them are into the same thing. Like I'm like there's my group of friends and there I am sticking out like a sore thumb because you'll always see me. It's like I don't know. I have a weird group of friends.
Mm.
But like I said, yeah, it grew once I started doing YouTube. Cause have you ever do you know who Derping with Derek is?
Yeah.
So he reached out to me on Instagram, and he was actually the first person on YouTube that I've ever like chatted with, and like me and him are pretty good friends. But then it kind of like it skyrocketed from him to Chase seeing Derek mention me, and then Chase coming to my channel, and like him and I going back and forth a little bit, and then now it just skyrocketed into the group that we have now, which is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So then you basically first met Derping with Derek, and then like he introduced you to Chase, right?
So I guess I'm thinking maybe that Derek might have shared my video on Instagram, and then maybe Chase saw that because Chase commented on a video of mine saying like, "Hey, like Derek sent me, wasn't disappointed." I still remember the first comment he left on my video, and so that was like the first thing, and then that's how Chase found me, like I just randomly out of the blue, pretty much.
Yeah. And then from him, you met like pretty much everyone else, right? Like Feds, Wrestle.
Exactly. Yeah, it was weird. It was super weird though with Fets because I was live streaming Naruto on like off a PlayStation or something. And he came into my chat, and I saw he had subscribed to me, and I saw that he had followed me on Instagram, and I just didn't know who he was at first. And then he came in and like started talking to me in the chat, and like that's when like I really like looked into actually who he was, because I just thought it was like another person just following me on like Instagram and YouTube, but obviously it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny how things, work out, but work out for the best.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like meeting one person can skyrocket, and meeting however many people we have in our group chat now, like 15,
Yeah.
something close to that. It's crazy. I look in there every day, and I'm like, why are there so many people in here? And I'm like, most of them don't talk, but they're still in here, and that's lit.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I blame Feds for that.
Oh, I blame Fets for anything that has to do with card collecting.
For real. Hey, but he at least got me back to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's like, so I had mentioned to him like a while ago that like the Dragon Ball cards don't mean too much to me right now because I am brand new into like watching Dragon Ball Z.
Mhm.
So like I'm starting off with Dragon Ball Z Kai. I've just finished the first season, and so I'm gonna finish Kai, and then I'm gonna watch Z all the way up until the end, and like skip the fillers and stuff. And I'll watch Super, and then hopefully these cards will like have like a bigger meaning to me than than they do now.
Oh, definitely. Like myself, of course, we grew up with Dragon Ball. It used to be on TV, and I wasn't that huge much into it, like my brother is, and I kind of stopped. I didn't really watch it as much as a kid until like my teen years. I watched like the first two seasons, and then like I don't know where I just stopped because I just started watching everything, other things until we did the cards, and I was like, huh, I'm getting a Dragon Ball right now, and I was like, what, I want to watch the show from the very beginning. So like I'm like almost done with season one Dragon Ball.
Okay,
And
so then you're like kind of what, Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball, the very first season.
Okay. See, I watched a majority of that, but it got super boring to me, so I skipped a lot of it. But I mean I watched over half of it. I get the point.
Yeah. Yeah, but like for me, I'm just going slow watching it because like right now I'm way more into Yu-Gi-Oh.
I don't blame you, man. I just started watching I completed a couple of shows I was watching, and so that's actually next up on like what shows I'm gonna be watching. So gonna be watching Yu-Gi-Oh next, along with probably I might start like some series of Pokemon.
Yeah. The first three seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh, they're on Netflix.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check. I'm gonna have to watch it. I know it's on. I watch it on Hulu because I looked on Netflix, but it was like 3 seasons. But it was like for me, it started off at like season 4 for some reason, or season 3. Like it didn't start off at season 1 for some reason.
That's weird. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember they had all 5 seasons, but then you know how Netflix is. They always take
Oh
out
yeah.
everything to put new stuff in.
At least
And
they
like,
put. Have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender?
yeah,
So I've heard so many good things about that show that I'm on like episode 10. So like that's one thing I'm also watching. Like I can't wait to finish that up and actually be like, all right, like I understand why everybody likes this show so much.
yeah, I remember like that show used to be like really high, popular in demand on Nickelodeon.
I never watched any of that. I never like that's like one thing I never did. Like I never watched cartoons like that. Like because it reminded me too much of like I guess what anime is pretty much. And like I always growing up and like going through high school and like middle school, especially in like where I live, it's like there's that certain stigma about watching anime. And so I recently like a year and a half, 2 years ago realized that like that stigma doesn't really exist. It's just what people like it's just like what society puts on like watching anime. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You know, when you speak of cartoons, like you said you weren't like too high on cartoons.
It was always the same stuff that I watched. It was either Pokemon, the original like Indigo League.
Yeah.
Um trying to think what else I watched. Recess.
Yes.
Um SpongeBob. I still watch SpongeBob to this day. I love SpongeBob.
But
The
the
show-
older episodes, right?
oh yeah. I don't watch any of the newer stuff, so I don't want to say to this day because I mean I haven't watched it in a while, but like if it's on, like I'll put it on, especially if it's like a certain episode that I know I like. I'll sit there, I'll crack up laughing while watching it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. Like for me, I don't really watch too much TV anymore. If it is, I'll watch something that like I grew up with. Like I watch Family Matters on TV, and then I just crack open Netflix or whatever, and then like SpongeBob, like I can't do any of the new seasons, no episodes. I rather stick
I
to
heard it got like
the
really cringy.
yeah. I feel like they're just trying too hard.
I mean, I would assume, I mean, it's been on for so long. I'm surprised it's still on, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But yeah, for me, like the reason I watch so much like TV and like anime and stuff is because like if I like, let's just say I'm sitting here and I turn to my right now, I'm at work.
Mhm.
Like my full time job, I'm now at work because I work from home. So like this computer monitor that I'm staring at gets turned a little bit to the right, and I sit there and I have a separate computer for work and I have a separate computer for my personal stuff. So I throw something on. It's like I'll either watch like if I miss this show like the TCI live, I'll watch the next day while I'm at work, or like Dr. All Mike's podcast, or then it just comes to anime and like whatever kind of YouTube videos I missed throughout the week.
yeah, definitely. How did you feel when they announced that SpongeBob was gay?
Oh my god! See, I don't care. They just let him be whatever he wants. That's just like that don't that's kind of stuff don't bother me. I don't even want to say it's not necessary to add into the show because I mean like it's I don't I personally don't care. Let's just say they did it when I was a kid. I would have been like, all right, cool, it's gay. Let's just continue watching SpongeBob. I want to see him flip these patties.
Definitely.
How do you feel about it?
I don't want to get into that.
Next topic.
But like like you said, I'm the same way. I don't care if he's like, well, like I said, I don't want to get into it, but like even if he was straight or bi or whatever, I would still watch the show because
Exactly.
SpongeBob was huge in my childhood, so I'll still watch it.
Yeah, it's not going to affect anything it's not going to affect the way I think of SpongeBob.
Yeah, definitely. Now, myself, I'm a huge Marvel fan. To you, are you a huge fan, or do you like some of the movies or things like?
I'm a big MCU fan.
Hmm.
I don't know if you were in the live stream that we were doing. I just recently got my first two comics ever, and I got the Punisher War Machine.
Oh yes.
I have yet to read them, but those are my first two comics. So like that's gonna be like my first experience of Marvel that's not the MCU. But I mean, I've seen every single MCU movie. I try to go see them all in theaters, but I was like super behind on watching the MCU movies. I just started like I think my first MCU movie to go see in theaters was the first Avengers.
Yeah,
That's like when I started in 2012, and then ever since then it's just been like every single movie that comes out, I'm seeing it in theaters.
you know, yeah, that was my first movie to see in the theaters as well, part of MCU,
Okay.
because I never saw like Iron Man 2, Hulk, Thor, and the first Captain America. I never saw those in theaters, but
I
first
think
Avengers.
the first Marvel movie I ever watched, I think, was actually the first Captain America, and then after that I saw the Avengers, and then I went back and watched everything else. So including that incredible, actually that's a lie. That Incredible Hulk movie with I don't know, I can't remember the actor's name, but that the Incredible Hulk was the first Marvel movie I saw without unintentionally seeing because I didn't know it was part of the MCU at the time.
Yeah. How did you feel about that Hulk movie? I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I enjoyed it. Like I'm the type of person where like if somebody goes, oh, like that was like known as like one of the worst movies ever made, it's like I enjoyed it. Like it's like if somebody says the movie's not good, I don't take their word for it. I like to go see it for myself because I enjoy like I'm like when it comes to movies, I'm super weird. I don't necessarily keep up with like the mainstream movies. Like there's so many movies that you can name that I probably like. I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. You hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay. The I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like just trying to name like big name movies. I've never seen any of them. But like you asked me, like my favorite movie of all time is The Breakfast Club from like the '80s. I think.
Mm,
You know? Like I love
yeah.
that. That's my favorite all time movie. So like it's like it's hit or miss with me with movies, but mostly like the really popular ones I most likely have never seen.
Well, same here. Like I never seen myself. I never seen Lord of the Rings. And that
You like Harry Potter?
I'm not a huge fan, but I do like the movies. Yeah.
Okay, like so you have seen those movies, like all of them or just most of them?
Yeah. I've seen all of them. Yeah, all
Okay.
7, 8 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the same with me. It's like I've never seen any of the Lord of the Rings, but Harry Potter, sign me up. I love Harry Potter.
Yeah. My sister-in-law, she's a huge Harry Potter fan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my friend, like, he would just tell me, like, I was watching a Harry Potter movie one day, and I think he came by, and then he said, "Bruh, that's for fucking nerds."
That's like, dude, that's pretty much my entire life. It's like whatever I did, that's for nerds, dude. I don't care. This is what I like. Leave me alone.
Exactly. You like what you like, and I like what I like.
Exactly. It's just I never got that like, oh, that's like for these type of people or that's for this type of people. It's like no, it's like it's if you like it, and that's all it is.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Now, do you still watch Pokemon to this very day, like the newer seasons?
No. I didn't watch Pokemon after Indigo League. That's like the only way I keep up with Pokemon is playing the games. Like Sword and Shield, like I have Shield, I think, for the Switch, but I have yet to play it. But I do have it. Got it for
Yeah,
Christmas. It's just been sitting in my Switch, waiting to be played. It just has not been. I'd rather play Call of Duty or like The Last of Us.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, God, because for me, I stopped watching Pokemon after probably after the Hoenn season region.
Yeah, see, I have no idea. What season was that?
That's the um, it's where they had like the starters, Mudkip, Treecko, Torchic.
Okay, so I don't think I ever watched that far. It's I vividly remember I remember Pokemon, but I don't remember actually watching the show when I was younger. But I know for a fact I did. I like a year and a half to 2 years ago, before I even started watching anime, my mom has a picture of me sitting on the couch eyes glued to the TV as I'm watching Pokemon. It was like the episode with all the Squirtle, and like they're all wearing the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Like that's probably like that's like my one of my favorite episodes. But like that's like where like my memory of Pokemon comes from is like recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Like me, like I mentioned, I stopped after the Horn region.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I found an app where you can watch every single season of Pokemon that has ever been released for free.
Ooh.
Yeah. Do you have an iPhone or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will send you a link on Instagram to the name of this app because it's awesome.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Yeah.
It's I don't know, like my the friend that like started watching Pokemon, like he finished the entire thing. He's watched everything, and it's just like he was like, I was like, where did you watch this all at? And he was like, oh, I got you, bro. And he sent me that link, and I was like, okay. I've yet to watch anything on it, but it has literally everything.
Damn. It's insane. Like me, you know, I'm slowly getting back into Pokemon because, you know, my main focus right now is Yu-Gi-Oh! But like I have Pokemon cards in the way, and then I started playing Pokemon Emerald again on the Game Boy Advance SP.
Okay. Yeah, right now I don't know. My Switch is up there. Yeah, right. I mean, the most recent Pokemon game that I've played that's not Sword and Shield is Pokemon Gold, I believe, and it has Zapdos on the front for like the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, that's definitely a classic.
That's like one of my that was like where I like really got into Pokemon was playing that game, and like I played it up. I played it up until recently, until my Game Boy just died.
Oh yeah, I remember you told me that. Like out of nowhere, it just turned off and didn't turn back on.
Yeah, I went to go turn it on, I turned it off, went to go turn it like on like an hour later, and it just didn't turn back on. I was like, all right, I guess like, and I went to go look to see how much they were. They're like $90. I'm like, I don't need to play this game that bad. I can get an emulator on my phone.
Yeah, because I remember I think it was Fritzy. He had mentioned his was the same way. It didn't turn on one day, just never turned back on.
Which is like wild, the fact that it even does this, but I mean it's whatever. It's like, all right, cool. Like it shut off, but I don't know.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Now I think we're about to wrap this up. So Waken Sage, Woke Sage, AJ. You have a lot of names.
Yeah, dude, it's funny, dude. It's like now it's gotten to the point to where Fetz has like coined the fact that my name is Woke Sage.
Yeah.
Because now like Russ commented on my video earlier today, and like he said Woke Sage, Nakama, Dark Sage calls me Sage Brethren.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of like my name is now Woke Sage.
Awaken Sage. Oh well, do you mind if they call you that?
No, I could care less. Just as long as just in case somebody wants to find my channel, they know where to look. They don't start typing in Woke Sage and like nothing pops up.
Yeah,
I might just start putting that putting Woke Sage in like the description of like my videos, and like just in case somebody types that up, it pops up for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you know, it's all for love, you know, support, not to make fun of
I don't mind it whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know, Waken Sage, you know, AJ, you know, I'm proud and honored to have you here on episode 8. It's just crazy how this collector interview series is how far it's gone so far, and it's been an amazing ride, and I can't wait for more interviews. You know, like yourself, I had you today. Can't wait for this to continue, and everyone who joined, thank you, Kate Titus, Russell, Nakama, Just a Ricken Comics, Newbie Comics, and everyone else who will watch this after we start going live. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. It means a lot to me. Really appreciate it, and like I mentioned, you know, glad I was able to get Awaken Sage for episode 8. Man, honored. Like I said, definitely go subscribe to him. Follow him on Instagram. It's on the description below. So make sure you do all that good stuff. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.